While hiking in Panther, West Virginia, Duffy Springfield and her boyfriend took plenty of photos, but it wasn't until they were putting together a scrapbook that they noticed something strange in one of the shots. She quickly showed it to her boyfriend, and they both agreed. It looked eerily like a hand. With West Virginia's deep history of cryptid lore, this discovery became even more intriguing. Whether Duffy captured an actual hand or something else, one thing is certain. There's more lurking in West Virginia's wilds than just trees and trails. Two girls were hiking in the mountains of the Philippines with a large group. When they stopped to take pictures, they didn't realize the group had already moved on. Panicked by the sudden loneliness in the dense jungle, they hurried to catch up, one of them recording as they ran. But her camera picked up something eerie.
Naliligaw kami, guys! Naliligaw! Wala ni mga kasama namin! Wala ni mga kasama namin. Kailangan namin silang habulin kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
In the background, a shadowy figure moved behind them, vanishing in a split second. The girl who posted the video swears they were completely alone and only noticed the figure later when reviewing the footage. Was it just an animal or something much creepier? A couple set out on a hike deep into the desert. Everything felt calm, until it didn't.
Hello?
Out of nowhere, a desperate voice echoed through the silence. Instinct kicked in, and they called out. To their shock, the voice seemed to respond. Cautiously, they followed the sound, stepping closer to its source. But before they could find anything, it suddenly stopped, as if whatever was in distress wasn't anymore. They searched the area and even reported it to authorities, but no trace of anything or anyone was ever found. What was it? A group of explorers set out to visit the haunted St. Botolph's Church in Britain, a place rumored to be guarded by the spirit of a monk. At first, the weather was calm, but the moment they stepped out of their car, the sky turned dark and grey, almost as if warning them to stay away. After some hesitation, they finally decided to go inside. What they didn't realize was that just moments before entering, they had unknowingly captured something eerie on camera.
We're going in. Oh god, he scared the crap out of me then. Oh, is there an entrance?
A dark shadow moving across the church. Though they didn't notice anything unusual during their visit, the vibes were definitely off. Imagine their shock after reviewing the footage. This photo was shared by Tony Gallagher. While exploring Devil's Den, he captured what seemed like an ordinary shot. When he developed it, something caught his eye. Standing atop the range was a figure, one he hadn't seen at the time. He was convinced it was a Confederate soldier, part of his arm seemingly missing, as if he had stepped straight out of the battlefield. What do you think? Could this truly be a lost soul? A group of mountain climbers were enjoying their climb when this happened. Out of nowhere, the land beneath them shifted, and they barely had time to react as the earth seemed to slide right out from under them, leaving them dangling on the edge of disaster. Luckily, they escaped without any fatal injuries, but the terror of that moment was enough None of them ever dared to return to that mountain again. A woman was filming herself for social media when she unknowingly captured something bone-chilling. In the background, a man lurked, creeping closer with an unsettling stillness. But when he saw the camera, he froze and quickly retreated. It wasn't until she reviewed the footage that the full horror set in. Was he watching her the whole time, waiting for the right moment? If not for the camera, what might he have done? A group set out to explore the tunnels in Manchester, England, once used as air raid shelters in the 1940s, where countless people hid in fear. Many believe their spirits still linger, and this group wanted to see for themselves. As they moved through the dark passageways, their blue light caught something chilling.
Yo, what the f*** is that? Hello? Hello? This is weird. Right, I'm literally on my own in these tunnels. This is really weird because I've just literally come around the corner and, no joking, I think I might have seen like a silhouette or something.
A figure stood at an eerie angle in the distance. Later, when one of them turned his camera, it captured what looked like human legs sticking out of a hole in the wall. But strangely, no one in the group noticed them at the time, almost as if they weren't visible in real life. One commenter pointed out how the flashlight's beam seemed to pass right through the figure. When they finally left, they took a picture, and only then did they notice what looked like a face. Do you see it?
Right, so you can see us and stuff.
Me, Dan, D, you.
Right, so
Apart from, we have a little friend here. Just, if you ever look here, can you set the brightness up on your phone maybe?
no.
Just
right,
over, there you go, that's
I've got it.
beautiful
I'll zoom
there.
in. Right, guys, you can see right there. You can see the guys.
You can see the lips,
Lips.
the nostrils, the eyebrows, the hairline, the chin. You can even see at the bottom here, if you can just catch the end of my thumb, where I'm covering now, there you can see the line of his neck as his head is bent round the corner.
That is mad.
That is insane. I've never come across something.
What was in the tunnels with them? While out hiking with their dogs, a couple stumbled upon something bizarre in the forest. The ground beneath them wasn't solid. It was bouncy, almost like a giant trampoline. What kind of natural phenomenon could cause this? A trail camera set deep in the woods picked up something strange a few years ago. A small figure moving through the trees. At first glance, it could be a child, but why would a kid be wandering alone in the wilderness? And looking closer, the figure seemed distorted, almost unnatural. So, was this a lost child or something else entirely? This backpacker was enjoying his trip when something unexpected happened. A black bear wandered up to his stay, and as soon as he saw it, he rushed inside, filming the whole thing.
No, look. This bear walked over my coffee. It's about to jump down. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bye. No, I didn't speak to it. It's a black bear. They're bad bears.
Then, out of nowhere, the bear did something no one could have predicted.
They can be mean. It just knocked my jacuzzi top over. Oh.
No, I saw it drag it when I got up. When I sat here, all of a sudden I heard.
And now it just got in my jacuzzi. Okay,
No, it did not.
Yes, it's getting warm. It's just having a blast. It is in the jacuzzi. Okay. I'm glad I wasn't in the jacuzzi. It's in the jacuzzi. There's a black bear, a wild black bear in the jacuzzi getting warm.
I meant to tell you last night.
Unbelievable.
Just sitting back with a toddy.
Just sitting there, just looking at me as I opened the door. Just having a blast. Just got in the jacuzzi. Whatever. Huh? Yeah, it's warm water. Some steam's coming up. It's just having a blast. Now it's trying to eat the filter. I think I shall right now. But there was another bear that he was playing with, and then he left it and came in here. Okay, all right, I'm gonna move.
It jumped right into the jacuzzi, creating an unexpectedly funny and bizarre sight. In 2007, Scott from Rockford, Michigan took a photo while spending time in nature with his son. What appeared in the image left him speechless, a glowing figure standing beside his boy. Even more incredible, the photo was taken the day before his son's surgery, at the exact moment loved ones were praying for his recovery. His son made a full recovery, growing up healthy and strong. Scott firmly believes that this was a guardian angel, watching over him in his time of need. While hiking in a park, someone stumbled upon a bizarre sight. Several people stood completely motionless by the side of the path, all facing the trees, as if frozen under some kind of spell. Were they simply watching something eerily still, or was this a glitch in the Matrix? Chelsea Luna and her friend James set out to explore an old abandoned tunnel from the 1920s, a place rumored to be haunted. Later, when they watched the footage, they noticed something strange.
Is that gate closed? The freaking gate's closed, James. Look!
Freaking gate's closed, James.
A dark, shadowy figure walking past. The internet quickly exploded, with many claiming it was undeniable proof of a ghostly presence. But not everyone was convinced. Many suggested the terrifying shadow was simply Chelsea's finger slipping into the frame. And honestly, they might be right. What do you think? A solo camper from the channel Welcome to the Woods UK, known for his survival videos and hunting for his own food, captured a series of unsettling events in March 2021 that left him shaken. While checking on a shelter he'd been building deep in the woods, he found something unexpected.
Don't know what is going on here. This woodland just gets stranger and stranger.
At first, he assumed it was just some bored kids messing around, despite the isolation of the area. When he checked the footage from his trail camera, he realized it was something entirely different.
There's a figure at night time that's in the right hand side of, I believe it's camera 6. Starts off, comes out of the woodland, and then all of a sudden it seems to trigger the camera again and then come back out. That again happened about a week later on camera 4, but this time it's daytime and it's a bit more explainable. I mean, it looks to me like someone's in there poaching for the deer perhaps, or doing a bit of wildlife photography, but whoever it is shouldn't be there.
Later, before going to bed, he set up noise traps to alert him if anyone got too close. But he wouldn't get much sleep that night. Something, or someone, was lurking nearby. A few weeks later, he returned with a plan. Setting up a dummy camp to observe from a safe distance, he hoped to uncover what was truly happening. He didn't see much that night, but what he heard was far more disturbing.
I want to keep this light as low as I can. But it sounds like a woman shouting or screaming. Jesus. Jesus. The hell is that? What the hell is that? Switch over to night vision 1 second.
Who or what was out there in the forest, and what were they doing? Chris McCandles was born into wealth, but he never felt like he truly belonged. So he gave away his entire $24,000 inheritance, abandoned his family name, and set off on a journey in search of freedom. With no maps and only what he could carry, he traveled across America, braving treacherous landscapes and the unforgiving wilderness. Any digital resources he had were lost to floods. His final journey took him from Fairbanks into the deadly terrain of the Stampede Trail, an area only experienced survivalists dared to enter. Running low on supplies, he took shelter in an abandoned bus, surviving off of a moof carcass that rotted more each day. By the 94th day, starvation and the toxic effects of wild potato seeds had left him too weak to continue. When hunters finally found him, he weighed just 67 pounds. Inside the bus, they discovered his photos along with a heart-breaking note. "I have had a happy life and thank the Lord. Goodbye and may God bless all." Was Chris a fearless soul chasing true freedom, or was he simply too naive to realize the danger he was walking into? A woman captured something eerie on her home security camera and shared it online. In the video, a ghostly figure appears near the building, floating across the screen before vanishing into the bushes. She didn't notice it at the time, but her dogs did. They started barking wildly, clearly sensing something was off, and one of them even chased after it. The woman pointed out that she lives in a remote area with very few neighbors, making it unlikely that anyone would be wandering onto her property. After renting a Verbo for the weekend, the YouTube team FV Family found themselves in a creepy cabin deep in the woods. Things took an eerie turn when they discovered a strange hole in the wall. Was someone spying on them?
We moved the couch here in front of the door. There's like a hole in the wall. That's like perfect for a spy camera.
Then they found something even more unsettling.
This was not on the listing lot. What?
The actual?
This is so scary. There's like stains on the carpet. Like, is there a secret entranceway? Oh, heck no.
A secret entrance hidden inside the cabin. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it open. But whatever was going on, this was definitely not the kind of place anyone would want to stay in. Kevin Daipan Brock and his friend Philip Polito were traveling on their bikes together when they collided. Both of them crashed into a deep ravine, and sadly, Philip did not survive. Kevin was severely injured but alive. However, the injuries made him believe that he would not make it out alive, so he used his phone to record his final words to his loved ones.
About 10:30 this morning. Been laying here ever since. About 50 feet down in the ravine. Just want to say I love you guys. Sorry it's being stupid, but you know that's what I do. Mom, Dad, love you. Courtney, love you. Kirk and Marnie, Karen, Matt. I love you guys. Take care of the puppies for me too. Give Kimber and Ruger lots of love for me. And Rocco, Notch, and Kimber. Rocco, Notch, and Tango. I miss you guys. Hey, I'm at 10% body, 10% battery. It's 11 o'clock. Man, I wish you would call Tennessee and tell them you got a husband out there that hasn't checked in since 10:30 in the morning. I love you.
For 30 agonizing hours, he remained stranded, waving his flashlight in hopes of being seen, until a passing motorist finally heard his faint cries and called for help. Kevin survived the incident, but flashbacks still send chills down his spine. What would have happened if no one had been around? This backpacker stumbled upon an eerie spot deep in a Swedish forest. Clown dolls hung from the trees, their cracked painted faces staring out eerily. Nearby, an old tent sat abandoned, ripped and worn, as if someone had left in a hurry, or perhaps never left at all. Locals steer clear of the place, claiming strange things happened there long ago. Whispers in the wind, soft laughter that doesn't sound quite human. Some believe the dolls are remnants of an ancient ritual, holding trapped souls. Others think it's just a twisted prank, someone taking Halloween a little too far. Two friends were visiting their father's graves at a cemetery when, for no particular reason, one of them decided to take out their phone and record. They had never taken pictures or videos at a cemetery before, but something about the moment made them want to try capturing any possible paranormal activity, just for fun. When they got home and played back the recording, they couldn't believe what they heard.
Said he wanted to get buried,
Yeah.
so we didn't want to cremate him and go against his wishes.
Oh, really? He wanted
right?
to
Yeah, he wanted to be in the ground. He liked outdoors and he didn't be in the earth,
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, then whatever. But me, I did know. So
It wasn't something they had heard at the time. So how do you explain that? A backpacker was hiking near a waterfall in Yosemite National Park when he suddenly slipped and fell. Thankfully, he managed to grab onto a boulder, holding on for dear life as rescuers were called to the scene. A helicopter arrived just in time, lifting him to safety. Rescue teams later said that if they'd been even slightly delayed, the cold could have led to hypothermia. And if he hadn't reached that boulder, the outcome could have been far worse. A hunter checked his trail camera after months of it sitting untouched on private land. No one was supposed to be there, yet the camera captured something, or someone, deep in the woods. A figure stood in the darkness. Who or what had wandered onto his land that night? In this video, a man is climbing a frozen mountain when he faces a terrifying moment. As he moves, his safety clip suddenly comes loose, and in an instant, he's falling. Luckily, his last safety line holds, barely saving him from a disastrous drop. He made it out, but it could have ended very differently. In June 2024, streamer Lacey and his friend Clicks were casually filming their livestream in Miami, Florida, unaware that their camera would end up capturing something far more disturbing than just their usual antics. They sat down at the Starlight Hotel Cafe for lunch when a young man in nothing but neon green shorts approached their table. At first, they assumed he was just another fan, but something about him was off.
We got 50 people. Oh. Hey, are you sparring, bro? Are you sparring? Yo, you good, bro? Those what? Nah, you good?
Oh, nah, you off the za, huh? You off the za.
Who is this?
Yo, wrong dap up, bro. That's the wrong hand. Wrong hand of dap up.
You got a boss spot?
What?
Hey, he's clean. Yo, it's good.
Let's go, bro. Yes, we're ready to order. Okay. Let's go, bro.
Valid. Who is this man?
This is
He's a snake, bro.
Oh.
He's getting the bad angles.
He getting the bad angles?
Yo, God is real.
Can I do this one? What do you say?
What?
Bro, are you good?
I'm a Spartan.
No, you are not, dude. Show us the email. Hit an email. Hit an email.
Yo, thanks. Hey, what's your favorite skin? It's gotta be like the disco, right?
Yeah, the disco. Yeah. Hit the disco.
Hit the disco.
Medium rare? Hey.
I'm good.
My bad. Yo, disco.
Ronaldo or Messi? Which one?
What? I feel like a simulation right now. Dude, am I tweaking? What the fuck is going on? What's happening? I can't lie. He smells like shit. No, do it. No, I'm not. You gotta do it. No, he actually stinks. Do it. All right.
Yo, that's torture, bro.
How do you do it? I can't do it now. What about a 2 out of 10 that one? I don't know what to do that. Yeah, no. Yo, are you good, bro?
Am I good? Good.
You good, bro? Oh, no. We need security. Okay, I'll get him out of here. Give me a second. What is happening?
His words were slurred, his sentences made no sense. The streamers laughed it off, poking fun at him before moving on, but the strange encounter left a lingering sense of unease. Days later, Lacey received an email that turned the whole situation into a terrifying revelation. The email was from a man named Trent, who claimed that the guy in the green shorts was his missing 17-year-old brother, Troy Coleman. But this wasn't just any missing persons case. Troy had disappeared from Michigan 3 months prior and had been presumed dead, with even police investigating his case as a potential homicide. The boy had been suffering from untreated schizophrenia, which meant his delusions could have led him into serious danger. His sudden reappearance on a random stream feels like a supernatural stroke of luck. But the real question is, how did Troy get to Miami? Who or what led him there? For weeks, a woman had seen a white figure hovering near her home in the forest. No one believed her, dismissing it as just a trick of the light. But one night, she captured this image. A pale, distorted shape stood in the distance. When she showed it to her family and friends, their doubt turned to fear. Whatever this thing was, it wasn't just a trick of the light. These backpackers were climbing Mount Everest when a heartbreaking moment was captured. Below the climbers, a lifeless figure can be seen, a climber who tragically did not survive the dangerous ascent. Countless climbers have lost their lives on this treacherous mountain, with the harsh conditions and unpredictable weather claiming many. Fortunately, this group made it back home safely. This woman checked the trail camera she had placed at her father's grave, and what she saw left her stunned. At 2:30 a.m., 2 adults and a child stood near a nearby grave. Why would anyone visit a cemetery at that hour? But the most unsettling part? The figure on the left. It looked less human, almost translucent. Who or what was caught on camera that night? And the bigger question, why did she set up a trail camera there in the first place? This family had just returned to their forest home, locked the gate, and gone inside. Minutes later, a large bear and a smaller one appear, walking down the same path they had just used. They disappear into the woods, and everything stays calm, for now. But what happens next is terrifying. Completely unaware of the bears nearby, the woman storms out of the house, a bag in her hand, and heads down the same path. She disappears from sight, heading straight toward where the bears had gone. Moments later, she comes sprinting back, rushing inside and slamming the door shut just in time. One step slower, and this could have ended in disaster. A group was hiking in West Virginia in the middle of the night when they noticed something strange in the sky, and one of them managed to capture it on camera.
That's crazy. Good eye.
No shit.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
A series of glowing orbs moved in a deliberate pattern, almost as if they were forming something. One commenter pointed out that the first 2 formations seemed to resemble numbers 3, 3, 4, 3, 2, 32. Could this be some kind of coded message? A possible attempt at communication from something beyond our world? Or just a bizarre coincidence? While hiking in 1987, Phil Spencer, a retired British police officer, noticed something strange in the distance and quickly snapped a photo. The image shows a mysterious figure standing on a dirt path. Experts later examined the photo and confirmed its authenticity, with many believing Spencer had no reason to fabricate the story, given his respected background in law enforcement. Due to the limitations of cameras in the 1980s, the image was unclear. However, after zooming in and using filters, more details started to emerge. The figure appeared to have unusually long arms, a thin body, and a large head. What exactly did Phil Spencer capture during his hike that day? Could this be a case of the unknown, or is there a logical explanation behind it? This photo was shared on February 21st, 2025 on X. At first glance, it looks like just another caribou skeleton, but a closer look reveals a much darker story. The way it's positioned suggests the animal must have fallen, gotten stuck, and never made it out. It struggled, tried to free itself, fought until there was no fight left. It's sad to think about, isn't it? This couple was staying in Bali when, in the middle of the night, they heard strange sounds, as if something was climbing their shed.
What the fuck? That has to be inside. That has to be inside. Okay, I'll go look.
With only a fragile wooden roof above them, the fear of a large predator crashing through loomed over their heads. They spent the night frozen in fear, unsure of what lurked above them. Albert Dryland, a passionate content creator known for his adventurous spirit and creative storytelling, had already made a name for himself at just 22 years old with his unique blend of comedy, music, and breathtaking travel videos. But in the summer of 2021, Albert's quest for the perfect shot took a tragic turn. On July 28th, while scaling the towering heights of Mount Sida in the Italian Alps, he made one fatal misstep. In an instant, he plunged over 650 feet down the jagged cliffs. Desperate calls for help were made, but the challenging terrain made rescue efforts nearly impossible. By the time emergency responders arrived, it was too late. Albert was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, let's continue with this next vid.